So I'm sure a lot of your clients are, are want to get into online video. What are their opportunities? How do you see the industry sort of ready for it, and how are you executing in terms of media buys around video?
Well, one way we've been looking at video is how it can start to complement TV buys. There's some exciting things that are in the works around Horizon that can make that pretty interesting for some of our clients. For the past year, the way we've been looking at that is how we start to get learnings around performance for video to start to justify some of the costs that are involved with those types of placements. So some of that has been for clients like Geico, where we've been doing programs where we have research running in the background that starts to show us a bit of the value of online video in comparison to some of their TV programs as well. And then also doing studies that start to show the impact for some of their business metrics as well, starting to look at how it impacts favorability but also consideration, so that we're giving them kind of a 1-2 punch of the impact from a branding perspective, in context for television, but then also looking at how it starts to impact directly for their business.
What is the relative value, the pricing, and when is online video right for a customer, for your clients?
That's a great question, because it's been a hurdle for a lot of clients to really start to invest in video. And it makes it a hurdle to also do enough investment to get learning to prove out that value. So there's a couple of things that we've been looking at. One is justifying that value. And part of that has been looking at studies like Nielsen IAG, which gives us that comparison to broadcast and cable. And that's where we're starting to see those lifts because of the exclusivity or the type of content that you have online that start to help provide a qualitative metric to add in to justify some of the costs that are occurring there. And the other is to look at ways to get a better purview of the pricing and the inventory and to have more control on what's actually driving cost. That's part of what's been driving our deal with Adapt TV and how we're starting to work with them more closely. What we're able to do is actually use their interface and the insight they have into inventory to get a better sense of pricing looking outward. So we have more of a futures viewpoint on video inventory that's available and all of the costs involved, including unraveling some of the costs that are involved with purchasing data, and to start to actually look at how we can leverage the value there and test that a little bit more to understand some of those components. So I think what we're doing with Adapt and the way that we're able to work with them, it's giving us more transparency into the type of inventory we're buying and also the costs that are involved, and more control over setting our own ceilings for CPMs and then having publishers actually start to bid for that and meet those prices.